Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Randesha, or Randy for short, and I make budgeting, planning, and organization videos. If that interests you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. Okay, so we are doing our April budget and I'm just trying to figure it out. It seemed like you guys liked when I showed my spreadsheet. So I figured out what I was going to do for April. And so I'm going to show it to you again. Hopefully this is a little bit better than, or much better than when I just had my phone up to my screen. So yeah, my son is awake and he's watching TV in the background and all his toys and stuff. So just please ignore it and we'll get through this as quickly as possible. Okay, so this is the April budget, and let's see, let's go through, make sure everything is correct, and then we will allocate. Okay, so let's see, our income is going to be $6,400. We're not expecting anything, like no extra anything, even though the stimulus checks probably are going to come in April if the government is smart, but yeah, we'll see about that, but I'm not going to put it in this budget because one thing my husband has taught me is that you don't want to count money that you don't have. So just a quick little story time. I used to kind of like estimate the refund that I was going to get for taxes. And then I would include it and like basically count on that money in like my budget, or, you know, for a purchase, like I'll go out and buy something thinking that I'm going to get a refund because I did every year. But one year I didn't get as much as I thought I was going to get. I got like considerably less. So I think I ended up buying something and I was short on money. So yeah, that lesson learned. My husband said, you know, until it's in your hand or in your account, it's not there. So that's why I'm not going to put like the stimulus checks, even though they are coming. And then I'm not expecting anything extra. And then this DNS stands for do not share, to remind me that I'm not sharing what makes up this number. So just ignore it. Our mortgage, we're going to get into our fixed expenses now. So our mortgage is $1,994.58. Childcare is $320 a week, and I count that by every Friday. But we are expecting to pay half of a month, like half of a week, just because my son was out for a week and we're using that week as a vacation. So we're going to do half of one of those payments. Water and trash, I estimate at $115. Electric is usually $30. So I need to actually do, I'll leave it at $200 because I looked on the website and right now it's saying that our estimated bill is $150, but really quick, our monthly bill is usually $30 or, you know, not even $30. It's been like $10 every month just because we have solar panels. But we do have, we just pay mostly the connection fee for our electricity. So they bill us annually for our usage because, you know, we create more energy in the summer and then we create less energy in the winter. So it kind of like balances out. So instead of charging us like for our usage every month, they just balance it out at the end of the year. And or at the end of the year you started, like in a year. And they basically, it's whether if you created more energy than you used in that year, then you will get a credit on your bill. But if you used more than you created for those 12 months, then you will pay. So we used more than we created and we have to pay, it was $150.11 when I looked. So, the bill isn't going to be due until the website says April 2020. So I don't know if that's April 1st or the end of April. So I'm just going to assume that's the end of April. So I'm going to budget $160-$70 and then include the regular $30 that we pay or I budget every month. So this $200 should cover, because right now I know for sure we're going to pay at least 150 spot 11 plus $30, which is 180 spot 11. So I'm giving us like a little bit of like a $20 buffer. So for like come the end of April, if that annual bill goes up a little bit more. Okay, so natural gas. Let's see. I usually budget $30 for it, but I'm gonna budget more just because my husband is home more often, just because he's not going to school. Well, he's going to school, but online. So he's not physically going. So he's home during the day more often. So I'm going to actually increase this because before our bill has gotten as high as $165 for the month. So I'm going to put it somewhere in between and just put $100 because it was $80 on our last bill. So that's why I'm just going to go between $80 and $165. The $30 is what it usually is like in the summertime when we're not using gas that much, because we're just now about to hit a full 12 months in this house because we bought our house in May and right now it's March. So, you know, we can kind of start to guesstimate like what the bill is going to be every month. So, but we got a couple more months before I can start estimating for the remainder of 2020 based on our historic usage. So this is my husband's life insurance. This is my life insurance. This is our security system. Frontier is our internet. Verizon is our cell phone bill. This Verizon bill is higher. It is actually $206.33, but I'm subtracting this portion because this portion is for like my cell phone. It's finance. So eventually this $30.41 will go away and our bill will go down to $175. So that's why I have it like that, because my bill is, we're doing the debt snowball, and my bill is my phone is a portion of the bill that is our next smallest payment. So that's what we're working on paying off right now. So, yeah. So I'm already prepared when that gets paid off for it to drop down to this just $175.92. And then MetLife has gone up $50 to $265. I still need to call them. It's been on my to-do list for a while now. And then this is the check-in fee for the account that we use, because each one of these accounts pretty much, like mostly for the cash envelopes down here, has its own account. So in order to do that, we had to get their Chase's Sapphire checking account, which is, I think, their highest checking account, and you have to have a substantially more, like a higher cash balance, like daily cash balance that sits in the account, and we don't meet that, so therefore that $25 checking fee is not waived. Okay, and then diapers and wipes, we do $55 every week. And if you are not familiar with Excel, if I have a formula or something, like a calculation in this box, then it's going to show what I'm calculating up here. So just to let anybody know like how that's being calculated. Gas, we are doing $90 a week, so that comes out to $360. Groceries, we are doing $100 a week, so that comes out to $400. And this is another do not share in our fixed expenses. So our variable expenses right now, we are not paying for Apple Music actually. Hulu is $11.99. Netflix is $15.99. And then the yard service, since we are on quarantine, landscaping is part of that. In California, it is part of that essential business. so it's exempt. But I don't know if my landscapers are going to just hunker down, stay in, or if they're still working. So I need to actually text them and see if they'll come out this month, because since my husband and I are still fully employed, like we haven't lost hours because both of our jobs fall into that essential business category, we pretty much, thank God, have not been affected so much by, what's going on and all the job losses and the mandatory stay at homes and stuff that's going on in California. So I thank God, and I want to pay it forward by, still keeping my son in daycare. It's not that many children, and at this point, his daycare is set up so that they have the kids separated into rooms. So at this point, my son is the only one in his, out of all the kids that's in my son's classroom, I think there's 8 of them. I don't know. My son is the only one left in his classroom. So I feel comfortable putting him, still taking him to daycare while I have to commute to work, because I'm not working from home. And my job is not, I don't know, I don't want to say capable, but they're just not having anyone work from home. Everyone is still commuting to the office. So yeah, I have feelings about that, but I mean, it is what it is. It's not my company. So my husband, this was money for him to get breakfast on his way to school. But since he's not commuting to school, we're going to take that out. But yeah, as far as that yard service, I want to keep paying daycare, supporting as many businesses. And, these are families that work for these businesses. People at his daycare still need, that income in order to support their families. So since we're able to still pay it, we are going to pay it. So that's the thing with his daycare and our landscapers. So if my landscapers still want to work, I'm going to pay them to work, basically. So I'm going to do my part to help the economy stay afloat. And that's not to say that if you're not and you choose to take your kids out of daycare or something like that, or not support or not continue to pay certain services, then, I mean, that's you. Every household is... One second. All right, so down to cash envelopes. This is our fund money. Each one of us get $50 in fund money. We're not doing any gifts or any holidays for families and friends, so we're not doing any of that. Let's see, $30 for fun, like family fun. Bless you, Papa. And then all the rest of this, we're not putting anything towards it. My beautician actually is doing the staying home, safe at home, whatever this thing is called. So I'm not doing anything for the month of April. So let's see, sinking funds. You guys know that I already, typically I just throw money into the sinking fund. Like if we have extra money, we pay ourselves first and all that other kind of stuff. So I don't do my sinking funds like you typically see. I do them mostly at the end of the month once I see how much we've put in the account. But for the most part, this does... I use this section in order to save up for annual expenses. So we do have a few things that's coming up in April that I need to actually save up for. So let's put that in, or that I need to budget for. So our financial advisor, his retainer is due in April, so we're going to do that. I am actually going to put some money aside since we have some up here, this remaining. Like every time I change numbers, this updates to let me know what is remaining of our income for the month. And if it goes negative, then that means that we're over budget and I need to adjust our income. So for tax prep, I'm going to put, we need I wanted to budget $600 again for tax prep, but we already have $60 in our sinking funds from March. So that is what I'm going to put $60 less. So $540. And then my car registration is coming up. So I'm going to put $189. So this car maintenance and upgrade is for like registration as well versus like the car insurance, which is our actual car insurance policy. So that's the difference between the two. So let's see. This vidIQ, I'm not doing that anymore. If you guys do YouTube, let me know, like, what do you find helpful to help you out with your YouTube videos? I was doing the vidIQ Pro, and it was good, but I feel like I wasn't using it, like, more lately. I haven't been using it all that much. I've just been doing keywords because I'm not really finding a difference between using the keywords that are suggested from vidIQ and TubeBuddy and stuff than just coming up with keywords off the top of my head. So I don't know, but if you use this, let me know how you like it. But as for now, I canceled it. And yeah. So only thing I'm paying for business right now is my iCloud storage. So now that I've adjusted stuff, anything that's remaining here, I'm going to actually dump it into this line called debt extra payment. So I'm actually going to... Papa, what you do? Okay. I'm going to actually dump it into this debt extra payment line. Because if you watch my debt snowball update for February and March, then you know that we're not going to make any huge like extra debt payments just to be putting money to lower a balance, but we will pay off a balance, like take a lump sum of money and pay off a balance if it makes sense. So I still want to allocate any extra money into the extra debt payment column in our sinking funds just because we are on our debt journey this year. So I'm hoping that we can get out of debt this year or not too far into 2021. Okay, so let me see. We got $217. So I just want to make sure that everything is okay. Okay. 50. And I'm kind of like looking at a previous budget to make sure like I have everything in here and that I'm not missing anything. So that's why you see my eyes. If you can see my eyes going back and forth, that's what it is. So, yeah. Oh, you know what? We actually paid off this. So I need to take that out because we paid that off this month. So that's actually good. Okay. But the thing is, I need to roll that minimum payment into this one. So that becomes 81. Okay. All right. So I don't see anything else that needs to be updated. So I'm going to go ahead and just plug this remaining amount into the extra debt payment amount. So 217.22 just to get this remaining to zero because we do a zero-based budget. So that means I allocated all of my money. Like I've given every dollar a name in my budget, and this is basically our plan for April 2020. So I'm going to show you what I am, like I'm just going to plug all this into our monthly, our budget planners monthly calendar for April, so that I can see when these dates actually fall into the calendar, because this extra debt payment, I know it's going to be available in April, but putting everything on my monthly calendar allows me to figure out from which paychecks, because we get paid weekly, which paychecks this 217.22 is going to come from. So it's not that much. So it's probably going to be like $20 here, $80 there, that kind of thing. So yeah. You interrupted mommy's video. Huh? We're trying to make a short video for the people. Huh? Can I wipe your face? What do you mean no? But your face is dirty. You want everybody to see that your face is dirty? Oh, is that right?
Bye-bye.
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 Dada.
You tell the people bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. You don't want to tell them bye? I can't close out the video if you don't tell them bye.
Do you?
Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay. You gonna make your important phone call? Okay. Can you tell the people bye first? Say bye-bye. Bye.